Hey, you guys. Yes, it's really me. I know it's been ages. You guys, this has been one heck of a year for me. Right after I did that last video, like 2 days after it, I almost lost my father. The scariest thing I've ever gone through. And I'm a person who has always been a little bit high strung and have struggled with anxiety. And when you go through something stressful, of course, that gets magnified. And fortunately, he's okay. He survived the septic shock from the kidney infection. He fell during the infection because he had a heart attack. And we didn't know that till later. It was a heart attack because of the infection. And he fell and broke both of his ankles. And so I was flying back and forth to St. Louis for a few months. He's doing better now. His health is great. He's just still getting his walking back, and he may never have the same stride again, but he's walking. He's going out and doing his exercises like he used to. So he's better. And then I get back here and sprain my ankle, as luck would have it. And I was down, literally, it was a bad sprain for like 2 months. I was down. And so that was depressing in itself. You have to feel like you have to sit all day. So needless to say, I haven't been in the mood to do videos, but let's stop focusing on the negative. Things are better now. Let's talk about some POD. So today what I want to do is talk about my top 3 PODs and just some things about them. And if you listen to my podcast, some of this is not going to be a shock to you. Even though I haven't been doing YouTube videos, I have been keeping up with my PassiveShirtProfits.com podcast and my course updates and the students. So if you're in the private group, I haven't gone anywhere, but to the rest of you, you might not have heard some of this. So first, number 1 for me, and it has been for a long, long time, is merch by Amazon. I earn the most with that organically. All these sites I'm talking about organic sales, not having a website driving people to the sales, uploading a shirt and getting a sale that way. That's what I'm talking about when I say, when I rank these. So merch by Amazon is by far number 1 because you can sell in so many different niches. Amazon has so much organic traffic that you can sell in so many niches, sub niches, sub niches. Now, has it gotten more competitive? Absolutely. I had a 10K month back in February. And if you listen to my podcast, I said, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to do this again. I'm cautiously optimistic. I actually said that I'm cautiously optimistic. And you might say, why are you being so negative? It's not about being negative. It's about being real and realistic. Because I knew that Amazon was continually adding new people to the program. So you're not going to be able to keep up with that pace as competition increases. And the next month was like 5,000. And now some of those designs were seasonal designs. And so, obviously that's what helped that month. You had Valentine's Day. So, those types of things helped. But as merch kept adding more people, you can't expect to make the same just because you upload more designs. Now, having said that, am I still making thousands a month with merch? Absolutely. It's still a wonderful, wonderful platform. And it's the easiest, even with all the competition, to get organic sales. Now, do I use any tools? No, I use the autocomplete on Amazon.com. Sometimes I'll use the Amazon expander or whatever. I'll put it on the screen. But usually, and the thing is for me now, I have so many different niches that I'm selling in. I'm not spending so much time now finding new niches. I'm expanding on idea concepts that are already working for me. So making variations of designs for keywords that I'm already selling in. So that's kind of what I'm spending more of my time on at the moment with merch. So number 2 for me would be Spreadshirt. Again, this is organic. So meaning I upload something to their marketplace and it sells. Now, you guys, Spreadshirt, I love you, Spreadshirt, but you're very annoying. I'm still on the old interface. So I cannot even upload designs that are a certain size yet. I still have to do the 4,000 by 4,000 because they won't migrate all the accounts over for whatever reason. So uploading to Spreadshirt is a bit of a pain when you have the older accounts. So I'm not on the new accounts like a lot of you guys, but I've heard a lot of people say they don't understand what sells organically on Spreadshirt. One thing that helps me is going to that homepage and looking at those categories at the bottom of the site, because that tells you, what kinds of things sell. And don't get me wrong, I had to upload a lot of different things before I figured out other, niches that I can sell in. But I find that the homepage is very helpful in giving you ideas for things that can sell there. So number 3 for me would be Redbubble. Now, this is fairly recent or fairly new for me in terms of making waves with Redbubble, because like a lot of people, I was like, I don't understand, why do people like Redbubble? I can't figure out what sells there. Redbubble is an artistic marketplace. You will do very, very well there if you're an artist. I am not an artist, but I understand SEO, search engine optimization. And so I would imagine that a lot of my sales are not necessarily coming because my stuff is getting found on Redbubble, but on Google.com or Google Images or Pinterest, because I use Pinterest to drive traffic to my shop. So I discovered a new niche on Amazon a while back, and I have been building a brand on that. And no, I'm not going to share it because I'm sick and tired of all these copycats. And so one of the things I've been doing is using Redbubble and Pinterest to continually boost the search engine optimization for that shop, because the shop is already ranking for a lot of different keywords on Google right now. You can also install Google Analytics on your Redbubble account so you can get an idea of where your traffic is coming from. And what a lot of people don't know is that Redbubble does retargeting. And that just means they buy advertising. They buy AdWords. So if somebody visits your site or your shop and they see a shirt, for example, if they go to Facebook later on that night, that shirt might reappear on their screen. That's retargeting. So they're promoting your stuff for you. And you'll find if you install Google Analytics that a lot of your traffic will come from that retargeting. And you'll also find that a lot of your traffic will come just from Google or Google Images. Google likes redbubble.com. And so even though my art is not super artistic, I believe that some of my sales are probably coming from getting found organically, which is why or on google.com, which is why I'm building up my Pinterest account to focus on promoting the items in my store to give that store more link juice, if that makes any sense. And I'll probably do another video on Pinterest specifically because I don't want to put it onto this one. It would just make it too long, too drawn out. And so those are my top 3. Now, I do earn with some of the others, a little bit with Zazzle, but I've stopped uploading there, a little bit with TeePublic, and I do mean a little bit. I was doing fairly well with Teespring organically. Their organic game really, really stepped up. However, I don't like how their customer service to me, and some people have had very different experiences, but their customer service, when it comes to reporting or trying to get in touch with them when it comes to copyright stuff, I've had a hard time getting in touch with them. I had to send them a notice 3 times because somebody had reported my original design and they took it down. So I had to prove to them that I owned it and even showed screenshots of me creating it in Photoshop to have them reinstate it. And this happened a couple times. I realize they're trying to combat the theft, and I think it's good that they are now introducing that, what do they call it? It's something like an author rank or whatever. So if somebody's account gets reported, then their stuff won't show as much. So they basically lose credibility for their account. So it's to deter people from stealing stuff. But I don't know. I just got tired of dealing with their customer support, so I stopped uploading there. So I have been spending the majority of the time on Merch, Spreadshirt, and Redbubble. Very, very, very impressed with how many different items that I've sold on that site. I don't just sell shirts and stickers. I've sold tapestries, posters, notebooks, canvas art. I sold my first laptop skin the other day. I hadn't sold one of those before, but you can sell a lot of different things on Redbubble, but you have to keep uploading stuff. I didn't really start seeing daily sales on Redbubble until I had at least 100 things uploaded. And I had to figure out what sells, because the same things that were selling for me on the other platforms weren't selling for me on Redbubble. But I would recommend that you choose a niche or create a niche account and have all of your designs sort of related to a theme. I think that's helpful. And then once I got, at least 75, 100 designs uploaded, then the sales started coming in daily. Now I'm getting 2 to 4 sales per day, and I'm selling all kinds of different stuff. So even though my income is not as good as Spreadshirt and merch, my sales are, the number of sales per day are second in terms of to Amazon. And then Spreadshirt will be third. So income wise, Spreadshirt is second, but sales wise, Redbubble is second. So those are my top 3. Right now, I'm not really focusing on the others. I know that there's Society 6 and there's so many others out there. But I have learned to just focus on what's working best for me instead of spreading myself too thin and, go with what works. So let me know, you guys, what your experience has been like with these various PODs. Later.